Hello there, everyone. Here with me, George Shamiato, for your English news at 5. Let's get to the headlines. Now, as many as 8,230 head of households, or KIR, in the Nangka constituency will start receiving the Sarawak Kusayang MCO 2.0 food basket assistance on Sunday. Now, Assistant Minister of Education, Science and Technology Development Sarawak, or Nangka Assemblyman Dr. Anwar Rabai said the aid will be distributed until Tuesday.
He explained that 9 distribution centres will be activated to distribute the aid to a list of receivers that was made during the distribution of MCO 1.0. Speaking at a media conference after visiting a distribution centre in Lakis Hall, Dr. Anwar reminded those who have received aid under MCO 1.0 to inquire at the distribution centres set to their respective locations. According to him, aid for senior citizens will be sent directly to their homes, while for those speaking up for themselves, they will be called for according to a schedule.
Saya nak ingin memberi nasihat kepada seluruh masyarakat yang prihatin jika mereka ada mendengar keluarga yang terputus makanan ataupun mana-mana pihak yang tidak mendapat bantuan ini tetapi harus mendapat bantuan ini, mereka menghubungi nombor yang sama nanti. Kita boleh bantu.
He added the process of picking up the aid will be done according to the strict standard operating procedures, with receivers' temperatures being checked as well as the utilization of MySejahtera and QR codes.
Following the next update, as the vaccination program planned by the government to prevent the COVID-19 pandemic is imperative. The vaccinations will create herd immunity, which will enable the national economy to recover.
Deputy Secretary General for Technology Development, Commercialization and STI Services, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation, Dr. Muhammad Nur Azman Hassan said, when herd immunity is achieved, then the spread of COVID-19 will be under control, as the majority of the people have shown resilience towards the coronavirus.
Jadi peluang untuk kita membuka semula ekonomi itu akan lebih besarlah. Kerana apabila kita boleh menjamin setiap individu ataupun kalau 70% 80% itu disahkan ada bentuk-bentuk jaminan vaksinasi contohnya, maka kita akan boleh pastikan rakyat kita selamat.
Herd immunity refers to a low infectivity rate as a large part of the community is immune to the virus.
Right. Now, the Sarawak Cabinet urged the Yang di-Pertuan Agong Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al-Mustafa Bilal Shah to consider revoking the emergency declaration in Sarawak should the COVID-19 situation be under control.
Deputy Chief Minister Tan Sri Dr. James Jemut Masing said if the appeal is considered, it will clear the path for Sarawak to hold the 12th state election. He added the power to hold a state election depends on Sarawak's ability to flatten the COVID-19 curve. On January 12, Al-Sultan Abdullah proclaimed the state of emergency to be implemented until August 1st, serving as a proactive measure in curbing the virus in Malaysia. Under the Emergency Essential Powers Ordinance 2021, among others, it includes prohibition from holding general elections, state elections and by-elections, as well as parliamentary and state legislative assemblies during the period of implementation. The Sarawak State Legislative Assembly will end in June this year, and it will be dissoluted automatically when the period arrives. The state election can then be held in the period of 60 days after the dissolution. Nevertheless, the state of emergency proclaimed by the King remains effective until August this year.
Now, all social activities and gatherings in longhouses and villages throughout Sarawak are now disallowed. This was said by the Sarawak Disaster Management Committee Chairman, Dato' Ahmad Douglas Ugahambas.
This decision reached at the SDMC meeting today takes effect immediately until further notice, following the surge in COVID-19 cases. Ugah also said SDMC has tightened the Standard Operating Procedures (SOP) for funerals in Movement Control Order and Conditional Movement Control Order areas in the state. He revealed that for CMCO areas, only a maximum of 50 people are allowed to attend the funeral ceremony, while the ceremony at the burial ground can only be attended by a maximum of 30 people. Uga also appealed for understanding from the affected families to comply with this latest ruling, even though funerals are sensitive and sentimental matters to them.
Following the same update as funeral attendance in the movement control order areas are limited to only the closest family members and must be disclosed to the police.
This decision reached at the SDMC meeting today takes effect immediately until further notice, following the surge in COVID-19 cases. Uga also said SDMC has tightened the standard operating procedures (SOP) for funerals in movement control order and conditional movement control order areas in the state. He revealed that for CMCO areas, only a maximum of 50 people are allowed to attend the funeral ceremony, while the ceremony at the burial ground can only be attended by a maximum of 30 people. Uga also appealed for understanding from the affected families to comply with this latest ruling, even though funerals are sensitive and sentimental matters to them.
Hello there everyone and welcome back. Now the rise in non-subsidized cooking oil prices was influenced by the rising price of crude palm oil or CPO since August last year. This was said by Domestic Trade and Consumer Affairs Minister Datuk Seri Alexander Nantalinggi.
According to Nangka, the CPO price was reported to have risen above 3,000 ringgit per tonne in December last year, receiving many complaints about the increase in the price of non-subsidized cooking oil. He said production prices increased due to several factors, namely the increase in international demand for crude and processed palm oil. Meanwhile, he said June last year, the Malaysian Palm Oil Board reported that the price of crude palm oil prices in the world market had increased every month.
Now on to some crime development as the Bau District Police have arrested a 23-year-old man for allegedly possessing drugs believed to be shabu at a wooden hut at Jalan Gua Angin around 11:30 a.m. this morning.
District Police Chief DSP Pogenyaun, who confirmed the arrest, said the drugs were found inside the suspect's shorts pocket. According to him, the drugs is estimated to cost 100 ringgit and the suspect from Kampong Skibang was arrested under Section 12 in bracket 2 of the Dangerous Drug Act 1952. He added that the police who had been patrolling the area came across the suspect who was acting suspiciously at the hut and decided to question him. He said that police did not found any drugs at the hut until a body search was conducted on the suspect. The drugs were kept inside a plastic packet estimated to weigh around 0.68 grams. He added that the suspect has a past criminal record and has tested positive for amphetamine and methamphetamine.
Now moving to sports news as mixed pair Hu Pangron and Chia Yi-si stage an upset on the world 8th place pair Hafiz Faisal and Gloria Emmanuel Wijaja at the quarterfinals of the Thailand Toyota Open Badminton Championship in Bangkok.
The pair representing the 35th place country in the world took 68 minutes to carve a victory by 12-21, 21-19, 21-19 against 6th place favourites from Indonesia. Pangron Yi-si will meet world 6th place pair Seo Seung-jae, Che Yu-jung from South Korea in the semi-finals today. Also advancing to the semi-finals are national female pair Chow Mei-kwan, Lee Ming-yen and male pair Aaron Chia, So Woo-yik.
And that concludes our news at 5. Here with me, Shal Shamina. And don't forget to tune in to our 11:30 Nightline with Handy Gui. I'll see you next time and have a good weekend.